continue with investment. We've talked about investment is spending on capital goods. That means firms continue to spend on capital goods. So we've talked about the factors that influences investment, which are the interest rate. We've talked about the interest rate. We've talked about rate of economic growth. So today we want to talk about other factors that affect or that influences investment. One of them are cost. When we talk about cost, we're talking about the amount spent in ensuring that there's availability of goods and services. So here I wrote, the prediction of cost towards an investment may likely impact on the ability of private sectors to invest or not. In the private sector, profit maximization is inevitable. As a result, they need to keep their cost per unit below the selling price. Increase in costs, such as increase in wages or raw materials, would reduce the profitability of an investment. Ceteris paribus, all things being equal. As a result, investment would fly. So, as a result, investment will not fly. So, what we're saying here is this. If the cost of investment is higher, if it is predicted that the cost of investment will be higher in the future, firms will not have that incentive or the motive to invest in capital goods. But if the prediction about cost is going to fall over the future, or the cost of investment presently is falling, then firms will have that incentive to increase their investment on capital goods. That is the point about cost. So if cost is increasing, firms will not have that incentive to produce further or to invest in capital goods, because in the private sector, their main objective is to maximize profit. And for profit maximization, cost per unit has to be reduced below the selling price. That is how profit can be maximized in the private sector. As a result of that, cost is an influence to investment. So if cost is falling, investment will increase. And on the other hand, if cost is increasing, investment is likely to fall. That's about investment and cost. So we'll go to business expectation and confidence. For business expectation and confidence, here I wrote, if firms expect, that's another factor that can influence investment. I wrote, if firms expect their sales to increase, they are more likely to invest on capital goods to boost output. For example, when the economy is growing rapidly, investment is likely to increase. However, if firms lose confidence and expect sales to fall in the future, they are likely to reduce their plans for investment. So for business expectation and confidence, basically we're talking about expected sales in the future. So if businesses expect, or firms, they expect their sales to boost or to increase in the future, they are likely to invest on capital goods to boost their output so as to meet up with the demand or the aggregate demand within the economy. But if, on the other hand, their confidence level fell and they are not expecting increase in their sales in the future, they are likely not to invest on capital goods. That means their plans for investment is likely to fall as a result of expected fall in sales. And the third one, the world economy. If the world economy is growing, export is likely to increase. This is what we're talking about. As soon as the world economy is growing, exportation will increase. And if exportation increases, domestic investment will also increase because local firms will be producing further. But on the other hand, if there is worldwide recession will reduce exportation. And as a result of that, there will be a knock-on effect on other firms in the economy, reducing their sales and willingness to invest. So if the world economy is growing rapidly, demand for exports will increase. As a result of that, domestic firms would increase their investment on capital goods so as to meet up with this export demand, increasing the export demand. On the other hand, if there's recession if there's worldwide recession, that means there's a fall in economic activity worldwide or globally, sales are likely to fall. Demand for exports is likely to fall. As a result of that, there won't be willingness for firms to increase their investment. So these are some factors that affect investment: cost, business expectations and confidence, and the world economy. So in the next class, we're going to talk about other factors such as retained profit as it affects investment. Thank you.